And a good morning to you all here from the campus of Rowan University for day 2 of the Battle at the Beach Classic here in 2025. And we're going to get things going with Kipp, Cooper, Norcross, and West Deptford. Hello, everyone. Nick Costco alongside Steve Parker for this Prime Events production here on SFBN. And Steve, early morning kickoff to say the least. I don't think I've played football. I think I've maybe practiced football at one point, maybe had a scrimmage at 9 a.m. But how about these guys kicking off at right as the sun's coming up here?
Yeah, we used to do 10 a.m. Thanksgiving Day games back when I played in high school, but 9 a.m. This is definitely different.
West Deptford deferred after they won the toss, so it will be Kipp, Cooper, Norcross getting the ball first here this morning right here. See, I'm already throwing off my game here. West Deptford will be sporting the all-black uniforms, of course, with the silver numbers and the green trim. And across the field, it'll be Kipp, Cooper with the white jerseys and blue pants, and, of course, the blue numbers and the red trim. And it's interesting, Steve, when we look at this West Deptford team, they're coming off a playoff appearance just last season. Lost in the quarterfinals to Manchester Township, 30-29, so obviously a heartbreaker. But head coach John Emmel, who's been with this program for over a decade now, he's called this team potentially his best in the last 6 years.
And you talk about West Deptford, and a man that just walked past here through us. Clyde Folston was a legend, won 7, 8, 10 titles at West Deptford. Then he was the mainland OC last few years, but a great coach, and he's part of this whole president of this whole situation, setting it up. But West Deptford has a great history, and they always have good teams, some really good athletes. They used to run that Delaware, used to run it to death. I don't know if this new coach still does it, but I'll tell you, they were very good when they used to do it.
Still very run heavy, of course, as the reigning team MVP, Zamir Davis, who had nearly 800 yards last year, had 11 touchdowns to his name. He's back, as well as Cole Paskowitz, and we'll see him as well when West Deptford takes the field on offense. And, of course, these guys do play both ways, so it'll be interesting to see how they manage their time here in the opener. So as we said before, Kipp is getting the ball first. West Deptford lining up to kick.
What a perfect day for high school football, huh?
It is.
Not hot, any nice little overcast, probably in the 60s, 70s at the most.
Good atmosphere here at Rowan University. It's the quarterback, Brady Cobb, who's also the kicker for West Deptford, and he'll put the toe to the leather, and we are underway. Thought we had a fair catch at first. Yeah, but that's going to be Michael Morton on the kick return. He's going to break loose and almost got past midfield untouched, and he was just tripped up going into West Deptford territory. So a nice return there by the senior wide receiver. Michael Morton's one of those guys you have to watch out for if you're Kipp today, or excuse me, if you're West Deptford today. One of the best playmakers for Kipp is Michael Morton.
I told the same thing. I thought he signaled for a fair catch, and I'm like, whoa, want a kickoff? Great run, though. He really hit the seam nice.
Maybe it's the morning. I wonder what time these guys got here today. I think it's, I didn't have my coffee this morning. So Kipp already spotted at the West Deptford 45-yard line. The quarterback, it's Davian Ross Ways, the sophomore.
Look at this formation, huh?
Yep, they're going to move it around a little bit. And the handoff off right side. West Deptford's ready for it and almost trying to rip out the football. That was Neo Echeverria, the sophomore running back. Hit for no gains. He gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, real nice job by the defense there. They really control the line of scrimmage. They didn't try to penetrate either. You notice a lot of guys over-penetrate that time. Really did a nice job on the defensive end, number 0 there, and he makes the tackle.
And Al Durrell, the junior, saying it's 6'1", 185 pounds. 2nd and 10 now for Kipp, as the Titans already operating in West Deptford territory. And it's Ross Ways taking the high snap, and a bobbled handoff there goes to McIntosh, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield for a loss. So the Eagles already swarming to the football. Moisten McIntosh, only a sophomore for Kipp, but he's one of those guys that's going to be a force on defense, but obviously now he's getting into the mix offensively.
Yeah, Zamir Davis that time came up from his defensive back spot, did a real nice job of setting the edge and taking his feet out from under him.
Going to get a 3rd and 12 for the Titans. Again, they started this drive right at the West Deptford 45, but have gone backwards over the last 2 plays. And this would be a great defensive stand for the Eagles if they could force a punt here. Titans going with trips to the right as Ross Ways is back in the shotgun again.
Here comes pressure from West Deptford.
Snap goes to Ross Ways. Pressure coming. He's going to try to step up, and he's going to be brought down for a sack. A host of West Deptford defenders in on the stop. Cameron Simpkins leading the charge for West Deptford. It'll be 4th down, and the punting unit coming on for the Titans.
Yeah, he got there along with Al Praise, and I'll tell you, Del Praise, excuse me. They just had too many guys to block, Nick. They had 7 guys on line of scrimmage, 5 guys trying to block him, and just doesn't work out.
2 return men back there for West Deptford. They're going to stand inside the 20-yard line. Yeah, Paskowitz to the near side, number 23, staying at the 20-yard line. We do have a whistle. It's under 10 minutes to play in this opening quarter. And there is some confusion for Kipp. I don't know if they had too many men on the field or if they're going to get hit for a delay of game here. They are going to back up the football here 5 yards, so it was a penalty. It seems to be, anyway.
Kipp has that Millville coloring scheme look with the little orange and blue. Reminds me of the Millville Thunderbolts a little bit, the look.
I like it. Charter Academy in their 4th year as a program. Made the playoffs last year in Central Jersey Group 1. Lost to Woodstown in the opening round. High snap is bobble. It goes through the hands, and West Deptford's going to be on it. And here comes a scoop and score for Al Durrell, and West Deptford takes the lead on a miscue on special teams for the touchdown.
Yeah, a little confused there. Number 30, the punter, had the ball go through his hands and looked at it like oh, let's try this again or something. The ball was live. As you said, they scooped and scored. Real nice play. Here it is again. Right through his hands. He doesn't really make an attempt to get it. Or tackle the guy who's going to pick it up and score. So he says, okay.
Yeah, Costa seemed very baffled by the bobbled snap, but it's a big-time mistake there, and we're not even going to see the West Deptford offense on this upcoming drive as they do score by courtesy of Al Durrell. And now they'll kick the extra point here, try to take a 7-0 lead, but 2.5 minutes gone here, and West Deptford already taking advantage with swarming defense and good special teams, and now we have more flags across the field, and this is going to be a penalty on Kipp.
Yeah, Kipp looks very confused here. They can't get their defensive team set.
West Deptford giving them that muddle huddle look, and it looks like an encroachment penalty. So they're going to replay the try here after the encroachment. Move the ball half the distance, of course. Day 1 of Battle of the Beach was successful in Ocean City yesterday. A couple of local teams in action, of course. Ocean City handled Oakcrest. Holy Spirit dropped their opening game. They're going to go for 2 here, so Brady Cobb's going to hand it off and easily getting in for 2. West Deptford taking a 8-0 lead. Bryce Wynn on the conversion. And the Eagles rolling early. Just 2.5 minutes in. Again, the special teams touchdown. Al Durrell, tell you what, that's a interesting way to start this game. We're talking about the morning jitters, Steve, and certainly so for Kipp on the offensive side of things, and especially special teams.
Yeah, it was. It almost was like he thought the play was dead as the ball was snapped through his hands, and he just sort of lay there. And of course, West Deptford absolutely on their toes, picked it up and scored easily. And as we hear a little West Deptford fight song. Oh, no, that's
oh, excuse me.
I heard that before somewhere.
Oh, excuse me. That's the Philadelphia Eagles fight song. We might be hearing that a lot today based on what this offense and what this team can bring here in 2025.
Everybody's ready for the other Eagles. I know that.
Thursday night football opener against the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. So real quick, me and my grandson and my oldest son go to one away game every year. We've been to Phoenix. We've been to L.A. We've been to we're going to Dallas this year.
You're going to Dallas.
Never been to Dallas. Dallas is usually Christmas week, but this year it's a week before Thanksgiving, so it works out perfect. He's off school. He goes to Virginia Tech. Boom, we'll be there. Looking forward to it.
Be a nice trip, especially get out of the cold weather up here for high school, college, NFL. Brady Cobb, the quarterback, as we mentioned before, we'll get to see him, the senior. He's quite the playmaker for the Eagles, but he's been reduced to handoffs and now his second kickoff of the morning here. And this will be Returned by Jair Davis, and he's going to try to get off to the left side. Handling the ball a little bit loose, and he'll get tripped up across the 30-yard line. So we've seen some success on the return game from the Titans here, Steve, but it just seems like West Deptford now has been able to hone in here on that second kickoff.
You took your words right out of my mouth. Well, he was carrying that ball like he had a loaf of bread. I said, man, somebody's going to knock that out. He did put it away right before contact. Give him credit for that. But, yeah, the return game's been the best part so far for Kipp. A little confused on offense last time. See what they can do there.
Look like Valjean stealing a loaf of bread. The Broadway reference is probably above most people's heads on
Mine.
Les Mis, Steve?
Yeah.
No.
I've heard of it.
Oh, you heard? First and 10 from the 33-yard line. Davion Rossway is a sophomore quarterback. We'll try to look to throw here on first down. Pressure is coming. He's going to be wrapped up and sacked. Al Dayrell again on the bring down there for West Deptford. Second and long coming up for the Titans.
That's at least his second, maybe 2.5 he's got already.
Yeah, he's been swarming the backfield right now. He made his presence known on the first play of the game. As Kipp Norcross is just going backwards right now. They have had no positive yards yet in this game. Again, very early. We're only about 3 minutes into the first quarter, but West Deptford could take control of this rather early. Rossway taking the snap again on second down. Flushed out to his left. He's going to throw this one downfield, just throws it away. He threw it in the direction of a receiver, Yasan Cosby, the senior, but he was already out of bounds and really no chance for that play to develop.
Yeah, it's just a mismatch right now along the offensive defensive line. As they're just West Deptford just pinning their ears, and they are really getting a lot of penetration. And Gibson's having a hard time trying to control the offensive line right now.
Yeah, at this point, Steve, at 3rd and 15, and every play for Kipp has gone backwards. At this point, why not blitz?
Absolutely, I know they're going to bring the house, and this is where Kipp, if they can do anything, they need maybe a little slip screen or something, draw something like that. Hopefully get past that, because here's again they've got 7 guys on the line of scrimmage coming for West Deptford.
Eagles showing blitz again. Davion Rossway is in the shotgun again.
They got 3 on 2 out here. If they can get a pass out here with a couple blocks.
Play fake here. Pressure coming. He's going to be forced to step up. And again, a host of Eagles there to bring him down. And Davion Rossway may have gotten a yard there, but it's going to be 4th and long. And the Titans are going to be forced to punt once again. Hopefully they can get it off this time. Otherwise, West Deptford's going to take advantage deep in their own territory.
Yeah, they got no answer for West Deptford bringing more than they can block right now. Like I said, the only thing they can possibly do is throw that real quick, screen to where they have 2 or 3 out here. They got three receivers, 2 defensive guys. Get a block, they may be able to do something, but it's got to get out of there quickly, and they're not doing that at this point.
Joshua Acosta on to punt once more. He bobbled the last one. See if he can get a clean handle on this one. He does, and now we're going to get a flag. So wipe this punt off the board, and this is going to be a penalty. I believe they're indicating it's on West Deptford.
They had some confusion with men on off the field.
Bryce Wynn's checking out for West Deptford, and Al Dayrell is back in.
Substitution infraction.
So it'll be 4th and 9. They'll move them up, but obviously the decision remains the same here. The Titans are going to punt.
Titans, I think, wish that play didn't get blown down. They got the punt off, a fairly decent punt after the first encounter. Let's see what happens here. Oh, and there
another
it is.
High snap over the head of Acosta. He's going to try to scoop it up, and he's going to have no chance here. Breaks 1 tackle, and he's going to be brought down inside the 10-yard line. So 2 punting miscues for Kipp, and West Deptford's going to have 1st and goal.
Yeah, the worst thing that happened to Kipp there was the penalty. Because they got the punt off fairly decently, and now a punt over their head, as you said, they're going to be short field again for West Deptford.
7:36 to play in the first quarter. And this is our first look at the West Deptford offense in a non-2-point conversion scenario. So Brady Cobb, the senior quarterback, trotting out to the field. They have a host of playmakers on that offense. We mentioned Zamir Davis, their team MVP last year, Bryce Wynn. See him in the backfield right now, going to that wing T look. And Wynn's going to shift over to the left side. Cobb's under center on 1st and goal from the 10. Cobb toss out left as Paskowitz makes
Touchdown.
one man miss, and he's going to head to the corner to the end zone for a West Deptford touchdown. Cole Paskowitz, the first one of his 2025 campaign, and the Eagles make it a 2-score game.
Yeah, that was just Delaware, or they just run motion, and they have too many guys over here on this side. We've seen a replay. Here he comes, motion, pitch. You got 6 guys over here blocking 4. Nice kick-out block there by number 4 for Deptford. And he just outruns everybody to the corner. Well executed.
Making it look easy. Only 2 offensive plays, if you count the conversion, for West Deptford. And they're showing that muddle huddle once again, see if they draw another penalty. It worked the first time.
A little confusion here. Who's on and who's off?
This is the second time the Eagles have had
4, 5, 6,
potentially
7, 8,
some
9,
confusion.
10, 11. Yeah, they got 11.
Well, Cobb will line up for the extra point here. Snap, hold, and the kick is on the way, and Brady Cobb has himself a made extra point. It's 15-0 West Deptford. 7:29 to play in the first quarter. Step aside for a quick break. Kipp trying to get something going on offense when we come back. $7:29 to play in the first quarter. West Deptford rolling early on in this opening quarter of our 2025 high school football season. Nick Costco alongside Steve Parker for this Prime Events presentation on SFBN. Day 2 of Battle of the Beach, but day 1 here at Rowan University. Beautiful morning.
Perfect football weather, you said, Nick. It's just a little overcast, a little sun coming out, but it's 60, 70 degrees, something like that. I mean, it's just perfect.
Been a great week of weather for football, which will eventually lead us to, the 90-degree days in mid-September.
Yeah.
It's Jair Davis on the kick return from the 25-yard line. Got a running start. He finds the seam, and now
Good goal.
Davis breaks free.
One guy to beat.
Can Davis beat Cobb? And Brady Cobb is shoved down by Davis, who still runs down the sideline, still going, and he's finally brought down inside the 15-yard line. So signs of life for Kipp Norcross as Jair Davis getting the special teams work. A great return. That's their second big return of the morning.
Yeah, I'm going to say they got about 100 yards of return yardage, about minus 35 on offense. So the return is definitely the best part of the game so far. Thinking maybe they can get Jair Davis out on the edge here.
He's out there for the offense.
Kipp's got to really be happy to return game. West Deptford's got to be a little concerned.
Definitely West Deptford's bugaboo right now is the kick return. I believe the cheerleaders are doing push-ups because of the score, but I would say, hey, you're punishing the cheerleaders for bad kickoff coverage. Davion Ross Ways in the shotgun for Kipp, and a penalty here before the snap.
Yeah, that was the left guard who puts his hand on the ground and then came up to point somebody. Can't do that. Once your hand's on the ground, you got to stay there in 3-point position. That's going to be a procedure penalty, unfortunately, for Kipp.
Moving back 5. So we'll try it again. 1st and 15. Ball at the 20-yard line. So they are in the red zone. Ross Ways will take the direct snap, trying to run off to the left side. He's got a little space, makes one man miss, and got back close to the original line of scrimmage. A couple of Eagles in on the stop. It'll be 2nd and long.
Yeah, real nice tackle that time by Michael Joseph, the 6'3", 205-pound linebacker, who really did a nice job of setting. He got the corner a little bit, but did a nice job of catching up and pushing him out of bounds.
Michael Joseph, another one of those stars for West Deptford to watch out for this season at that outside linebacker defensive end position, bit of a hybrid type player. We'll see him on offense too. Granted, if we do see more of the West Deptford offense moving forward in this game.
I would pray. How about the trade with Dallas to Green Bay, huh?
I ain't telling me. You mentioned Dallas before, and all of a sudden I was like, wow, no more Micah Parsons?
Wow.
2nd and 12 here for Kipp as Ross Ways is flushed out of the pocket again, going to his left. Found a little space. He's going down the sideline, tripped up down near the 5-yard line. But as you mentioned, Steve, there is a flag down in the backfield, and it looks like this is going to come back.
Yeah, they're going to get number 55 for Kipp there as he held and then actually pulled the helmet off the defender. So it was a pretty easy call.
I believe that will definitely be a penalty.
Yeah. The aforementioned Michael Joseph, who had his helmet torn off there. So he's seen all the action early here. Like the field mic by the referee, though. Gives us all the information.
Yeah, look at that. That's what happens when you're at a college institution.
That's it.
Talk about that West Deptford front 7, and it's really led by Charles Shriver IV, the junior defensive tackle. Number 66, he's going to plug the holes in the middle, and really, he's been helping collapse that pocket all morning long so far. Plays both ways, and just goes to show you that West Deptford's depth on both sides of the ball right now on the offensive line and defensive line. Up to snuff so far. Quick throw here on 2nd and long, another flag down. So we'll wait to see what happens here, and this is going to be a touchdown for Kipp. Ja'Kai Boyd runs it into the end zone, but hold the phone as the celebration is very short here, and you can tell the frustration in the backfield for Kipp.
Yeah.
Another holding penalty coming.
Yeah, either that or illegal formation. Thrown pretty early. But to see what it was. But that was a nice play. As you say, got out, got space, made the guy miss. Unfortunately, it's coming back. Yep.
There's that illegal shift as you alluded to.
Formation. Yeah, it's somebody's got to make sure you got 7 on the line. Sometimes you got a guy off, another guy off. It's a shame. Nice play for them too.
It's another situation, Steve, where the special teams has actually set up. And again, they've gone back and forth for Kipp. Again, it led to West Deptford's 2 touchdowns on the punting miscues, but their kick return game has been stout this morning so far. But this drive started at the 15-yard line. They're now backed up to the 31 here on 2nd and forever.
See if they get lined up right. No, yeah. Wait a minute.
So far, so good. Ross Wade's looking to throw on 2nd and long. He's going to float one down the left sideline, and it is caught down near the first down marker. That's Michael Morton, but we have another flag here on the near side of the field.
Illegal receiver.
This one could be coming back as well, as the West Deptford coaches are indicating it is on Kipp once again. So even their positive offensive plays are being wiped out by procedural stuff.
Well, I don't know if we'll see the replay or not, but what happened is when they lined up, okay, there was confusion out here, who's on the line and who's not, and they kept stepping back and forth, and I saw the official on this side go like this with his hands, like, what formation are you in? And, of course, that's what they're going to get him for. They probably had, too many men on the line of scrimmage. Here it is here. As you look at the setup here, look, they got tight end, they got 1 guy, 2, 3, they got 3 guys in the backfield, so that makes this guy ineligible because they're both on the line of scrimmage. Now he's trying to step up, and you can't see the official, but he goes like this to him. Usually you come out and the official, you point to him so he knows on the line, you tell you're back, but they are really struggling with their formations. It's a shame. That's another play that comes back for them. Yeah,
they didn't even look over to the official that time as well, so now they're going to be backed up, and we're talking about 2nd and forever.
Now they look right.
There's a timeout on the field with 5:53 to go, so they're definitely going to talk it over. We'll keep it here, though. And, Steve, again, we mentioned the special teams being the hot and cold variety here for Kipp in this first quarter. The good news is they can return the kickoffs pretty far, and they have a good kick return game. The bad news is the punting miscues with high snaps have led to both West Deptford touchdowns. And then at this point, with no really semblance of offense, even when they have semblance of offense, penalties have knocked them out.
So I was going to say, this drive has been better for them. They've shown some athleticism. They got some balls. They've thrown the ball successfully. Got a nice screen, touchdown call back. But they're just, it's first game. I know it's tough early, but they got so many formations. So many guys are not sure when they're on and off the line of scrimmage. They got to clean that up, and this could be a 1-score game real quick. I mean, they had 2 touchdowns called back already. It's a shame. They're just a little bit still confused in the early part of the season. Doesn't like they have their formation stuff down where they need to be.
Yeah, Ja'Kai Boyd, his touchdown was wiped off the board immediately. You saw the flag before he even crossed the line of scrimmage a few plays ago. So we'll see what the Titans have here in store on 2nd and 31. And the first down marker is at the 6-yard line.
What's that in your playbook? 2nd and 31. You got to play for that?
Dig and dunk for a 7-yard gain, maybe. Ross Ways back to throw. He's going to step up in the pocket, flushed again. He's going to be brought down for a sack from behind. There's that man again, Al Dayrell. What's that? That's about 3 sacks already in this first quarter for the junior. Boy, he's been a menace.
He is. Wide receiver, linebacker. He does both sides of the ball. He's 6'2", 191 pounds, runs like a deer, really good player, and they're moving around a little bit, too. As you see him now, he's lined up on the left side as he came off the right last time.
3rd down and 31 by the official tally.
Still looking for a nice little quick screen or something from these guys. They got numbers out here. Make one guy miss. They can make something happen.
Not for nothing, Steve. The Titans, they have speed.
Yes.
Davion Ross Ways taking it from the shotgun again. Pressure's coming, stepping up. He's going to fire one down. He's got a man. It's Boyd. He's got the first down. He's shoved out of bounds. How about that conversion? Based on where they're going to spot him out, it looks like he's right at the marker, and they are signaling first down. What a play. The best play of the day.
And you know the best part of that play? No flag. They've had a couple plays come back because of miscues with their formations, but nice. And I'll tell you, it was a great throw. He fit that into the window really nice, just over the linebacker, and just, guy had the outside part of his field to him. Good throw.
The junior wide receiver, Ja'Kai Boyd, reeling that one in near the sideline, taking a bit of a hit at the end of the play, and managed to make sure that he stayed in bounds ahead of the marker. It'll be 1st and goal now for the Titans. Less than 5 minutes to go in this first quarter.
A little slow getting out of huddle here. Don't want to get a delay penalty. I'm looking to see if we see the 5-second by the back judge. I don't see it yet, so they're all right. Up, and there goes the flag.
There goes the flag.
Oh, as soon as I said that, I'm sorry, guys. That was on me.
The old broadcaster's jinx.
And that's what it was.
I'm just going to say, Steve, I got to imagine the head coach over there, James Tompkins, who's in his 3rd season with the program. He's like, okay, big play, no penalties here. We're trying to clean things up, and all of a sudden, delay a game.
I don't know if that's a procedure thing, but usually the back judge starts with the 5 count. And I did not see that at all before the flag. So I don't know if something they're not doing this year.
1st and goal from the 10, a handoff to McIntosh right up the middle, and he's in for the touchdown.
No flags.
Kipp Norcross is on the board, courtesy of the sophomore, Moisten McIntosh, from 10 yards out. Positivity here for the Titans as now they make it a 1-score game in this first quarter.
And I'll tell you what, that was a big hole right up the middle there, and he did a nice job of following. Here we see it here. Good kick-out block by the center. The linebacker misses him, and he's a big man. I'll tell you what, McIntosh really just ran right through people there. Sophomore.
He was definitely a highlighted player for their defense at linebacker, but look out when he runs the football. Nobody touched him there. They will go for 2 here. Try to make this a 6-point lead. And another penalty before the snap. I believe by my count now, Steve, they've had it about, I'm pretty sure, 5 pre-snap penalties at this point.
I realize that's the first, it's the first game of the year for them, but they got to clean that up. I mean, that's got to drive the coach crazy.
They'll keep the offense out there to go for 2. And, of course, my math was already wrong. They're going to try to make this a 7-point game.
Well, let's see if they throw it up to
Morton split out wide to the left.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Big Morton, he looks like a tall receiver. I don't know how big he is, but he looks like he's about 6'2".
Boyd's the motion man. Ross Wade's looking to throw. Pressure coming, and Simpkins going to bring him down for the sack back near the 16-yard line. No chance there, so the conversion's no good, but the Titans are on the board. It's 15-6 with 4:48 to play in this first quarter. Take a quick break. West Deptford get the ball back when we come back. 4:48 to go in the first quarter. Day 2 of Battle at the Beach. First day here at Rowan University here in 2025. Nick Costco alongside Steve Parker. West Deptford on top by 9, but the Kipp Cooper Norcross Titans just got into the end zone, courtesy of Moiston McIntosh. And, well, we've seen the special team, Steve, the kick return. How's their kickoff game? This will be Cole Paskowitz on the return from the 20-yard line. Going to try to follow his convoy in front of him. A couple side steps to the left, and here comes Paskowitz down the left sideline.
He's gone.
Paskowitz has some space. He's got room. He is gone. Cole Paskowitz the other way for the touchdown. 80-yard touchdown return here for Cole Paskowitz, and West Deptford extends the lead.
Yeah, that time you'll see they lose contain, and when you lose contain on kickoff return, here's trouble. Look right here as they squeeze. You see him squeezing, and he does not set the edge at all. He goes back to the middle field. They kick it out, and it looks like a play from scrimmage. They got 3 blockers out in front of them. Nice block right on the top of the route. Looks like number 4 for West Deptford. We'll give the credit there to Bruce Wynn. Makes a nice block to bring him, and as you said, 23 just outruns everybody. Too much speed. Paskowitz.
And Paskowitz had 8 touchdowns the last season of 40 yards or longer.
There you go.
That was an 80-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Second special teams touchdown of the day for West Deptford. They had a scoop and score off the initial punt for Kipp on the opening drive. And Brady Cobb's kick is going to be... That go over? It did. It was a knuckler over top the crossbar, but he gets that one through. It's 22-6. West Deptford rolling right now in this first quarter, but it looked like this game was going to get away from Kipp at one point, Steve. They answered, but then special teams once again just there. That's their Achilles heel so far this morning.
Yeah, 13 seconds from the time of the kickoff to the end of the touchdown run. That's a pretty good job again by West Deptford. Right now they have too many athletes, and they're just really making big play after big play right now. And Kipp Cooper's going to have to do something defensively to stop this.
I've seen or at least I sense a theme of this game so far that both teams can take positives away from. If their guys get out in space,
yes,
there's not much you can do to stop them.
No, both teams, as you said, have some really good athletes that are getting space. Speed and strength. They have some guys ran through some tackles, too. Well, special teams have been Achilles a little bit so far. Well, that's more on the defensive side. Offensively, they've returned pretty well. Let's see if they can do it again here, Kipp Cooper.
And Jair Davis nearly took one to the house on the last kickoff return. Morton's the far side man, the far side return man for the Titans. But the ball has floated into the hands of Davis the last couple of times, the senior. But Cobb for West Deptford likes lining up these kickoffs on that left side, on that left hash mark. Let's see if their kick coverage unit improves on this sequence.
I think maybe down the road you see this formation, you're going to see them pooch it somewhere around the 30-yard line because there's a big vacancy of about 30 yards between the second and third line there.
And there is that pooch kick. Let's see if it goes out of bounds, though. And Davis is going to watch it trickle out of bounds at the 10-yard line. So a flag down here. So strategy was there, Steve, but just not well executed as now Kipp will have good field position, although I believe it's actually their first drive that they're going to actually start in their own territory because every other drive they started somehow in West Deptford territory.
Yeah, I think what's it go to the 40, I believe, or 35, I forget. I think it's 40. Confused high school and pro now. Of course, the pro kickoff is so different now. I don't know what's going on there.
It's got to land in the landing zone.
Yeah.
Trying to emphasize the return game.
Oh, to have them kick it again?
Yep, they're going to have them re-kick. I think they want to try to get a chance for a return. That's been their most successful play so far today.
It might be a good call, as you said. Yeah, the coach is thinking, yeah, heck, that's been our best play. We might as well.
Even if they pooch it, Steve, let's just say Cobb pooches it back into the same area, into that open gap between the 40 and the 25. Jair Davis could scoop that up and start just, he'll get a head full of steam anyway.
They just got to make sure if some of these top 9 here delay the guys coming downfield. If it gets by free, then it's going to be problems because you got 25 yards or 20 yards between the second line and the third receivers.
Here's the run up from Cobb.
There it is.
He's going to put it on the ground again, and Davis will scoop it up Let's see if he gets a lane. He's got 3 defenders by him going down the sideline, and Davis will be shoved out of bounds across the 35-yard line. So not much of a return, but there it is. There is that strategy there for West Deptford. Don't want to allow another big return, so now they're going to make Kipp go quite a bit of a distance to try to score again.
Yeah, as you said, good strategy change for West Deptford. I think there is a kick it along the ground, kick it to the side, which, you know, you take half the field away from them, and they get down and covered real well.
Eventful first quarter here at Rowan University. 4:31 to play in the opening frame.
We had 28 points, and we were only, 8 minutes into the game?
Not even 8 minutes into the game of actual game time. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line, and we have another whistle. This is an official timeout.
Okay, so it looks like they're lined up in a double slot, okay. That's the equipment looks like on West Deptford. They're making 5 come off the field.
Yeah, they're going to make Cameron Simpkins check out real quick.
They might have a little blood on his elbow.
Christopher Dunn's going to check in for West Deptford at that linebacker position. On 1st and 10, Davion Ross Ways dropping straight back. Good protection this time, stepping up. They're going to throw it downfield, and it's incomplete. He had Boyd open over the middle of the field, just a little bit too high. And I'll tell you what, Steve, he had some space too.
He did. He had him, and they had up on the top side of the field. A receiver had ran by the defender. I mean, West Deptford obviously saying, listen, we're going to bring pressure. We don't think you have enough time to throw the ball. We're going to get to you. But if they do, they've shown they've had people open and can complete the ball. But just off the receiver's hand there, that was a big play. Show me West Deptford sends this time.
Titans had the ball to start this game. And we're only in the first quarter, though. I think they've only had one running play. The opening play for Kipp was a run play. Other than that, they've thrown the ball since then. On 2nd and 10, another high snap, and there it is. There's another run play there. Out to the outside and breaking a tackle. Getting a few is Neo Echeverria, the sophomore running back. They'll make it a more manageable 3rd down as a couple West Deptford defenders brought him down.
Yeah, he broke a couple tackles there. Nice run. You know, it was only a 3 or 4 yard game, but he showed some ability to break tackles there, and West Deptford can't be happy with the technique there. They're usually a very sound defensive team.
That was only the 2nd carry for Echeverria. As I just mentioned, he was their leading rusher last season as a freshman. See if they can get him more involved into the game plan this morning.
See if they can line up properly. That's been one of their problems.
They're going to have 2 receivers to each side here.
Double slot, yep.
3rd and 7. Boyd's the motion man. Ross Ways
Give it to him.
will throw it to him, trying to get protection.
Somebody.
And he's going to cut back the other way. Can Boyd get the
it.
edge? He does. He's going to have a 1st down and more across midfield. And Ja'Kai Boyd is going to find his way inside down to the 30-yard line.
But they show a lot of athleticism. They really do. You get the ball in their hands. They really got some guys that can motor.
That they do. Ja'Kai Boyd making something out of nothing there. They try to set up that little bubble screen off the motion. I mean, West Deptford had 3 defenders off those blocks.
Here we see on the replay here. He tries to come to the long side of the field. Nobody there, but nobody stays home and seals the short side. He just outruns everybody. Good block out front there. Takes it down the sideline for a big gain.
They officially marked him out at the 32-yard line. So the Titans on the move here. They struggled early, but they're starting to get the offense going a little bit, even if they are broken plays. McIntosh is the motion man. Echeverria gets the handoff here off the left side, and he gets about maybe 1 yard.
Yeah, they haven't been able to run the ball successfully yet, but they get the ball in space. They really have some athletes.
If anything, Steve, if they're able to keep the ball within the field of play and obviously either complete passes or get the run game going, they can also drain some clock here. You want to maybe try to wear down this West Deptford attack because, I mean, West Deptford's offense is so darn fresh, but anytime they get back on the field, they are explosive. Maybe you can play a little keep away.
Yeah, a lot of big plays for sure by West Deptford.
Under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Little wishbone look there.
2nd and a long 9. Ross Ways will hand it off to McIntosh this time, and he gets smacked down after a 2-yard gain, if that.
Yeah, and I think the officials getting a little tired of throwing flags there. That back was coming toward the line of scrimmage. They couldn't call procedure there, but really not nothing to do with the play. It's a good no call.
I do want to take it back. McIntosh's touchdown from before, that was a run play, so they weren't really getting the run game going, and they've ran it more times on this drive than they did in the last few combined. But they did see one successful run. It was McIntosh who had nobody. He run a truck through that hole.
Yep. They've had a lot of success throwing the ball, on the outside, but the receivers seem like they're getting open pretty easily. Let's see if they got the formation right here.
Double slot again.
71's got to step up a little bit.
Another flag here. This could be a delay of game. I think Rossways wanted a timeout, it looked like, and they are going to grant it to him. So that'll be a timeout for Kipp with 1:44 to play in the first quarter. I believe that was their second one they took already of this first frame.
Again, first game, little problem with their team alignment and getting the right guys on the field. So smart to use the timeout there as they're in a positive position plus side of the field.
It has to be a little bit of a confidence booster. They're able to move the ball a little bit now for a second consecutive drive, and they've broken some big plays. But on this third and, we'll call it, this is a generous 8 right here. But when you look at this third and long, Steve, I got to think this is 4-down territory at this point, being on the plus side of the field.
Yeah, they had some good plays. You said big plays. They said they've had a couple called back, one on a run for a touchdown, another pass that was called back for illegal formation. But they obviously have some athletes, and once they get the ball in space to them, they're tough. Delsey, had success early by bringing people. They backed off of that a little bit, and it's hurt them. But we'll have to see what they do here.
Third and long.
They've only got 5 guys in their block. If they bring more than 4, they're going to have a tough time. But it looks like they're playing it back. Give them time to throw the ball.
McIntosh, the motion man, a play fake here. Rossways a quick throw, and that one's picked off. A miscommunication. This could be pick 6 territory.
Yep, he's going. Oh, no, nice play. Nice play by 8.
Zamir Davis on the interception. Nearly took it to the house, but West Deptford going to be set up nice inside the 30-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yeah, it was Echeverria. It looks like a miscue here as he's looking for the guy to run a stop, and he threw. Oh, the guy goes. Whoops. He threw the stop, and the guy did the stop and go, and the defensive back just steps right in. It was Echeverria, I think, and he just took it down the sideline. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Echeverria made the tackle.
They were looking for Michael Moore and the receiver out wide, and as we said, Steve, miscommunication there. He ended up going down the sideline, and Rossways pulled the trigger a little bit earlier.
They don't have enough guys on the field again. Yeah, and they're going to have to use the timeout, the last timeout.
So the Titans have used all 3 timeouts in this first quarter, and just in between the positives here, there's been too many negatives, and the negatives, Steve, have been back-breaking mistakes, and that's why we have a 16-point game right now.
Yeah, and they're early season, but they're really negatives you don't want to see, not having the right guys on the field. You work on that so hard, especially beginning of the season, make sure, and who knows on what team and when you're supposed to be out there. But they've had 3 or 4 times, so they've had 9, 10 guys on the field, and that just can't happen.
Well, 3 guys who have scored for West Deptford in this first quarter. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 guys who scored the 3 touchdowns. Cole Paskowitz had a touchdown running-wise. That was the second one. Then he had the kickoff return for a touchdown, which gave Deptford the 16-point lead. But it was Al Dayrell, outside linebacker for West Deptford. He recovered a fumbled snap on the first punt for the Titans this morning. Able to scoop and score that for a touchdown. They've scored all kinds of ways, West Deptford has.
I'm looking at the fumble recovery. We had a Cole Paskowitz on a 12-yard run. Then we have an 80-yard return by Paskowitz. So
here's Brady Cobb, a play fake on first down, going to float one downfield. That one is incomplete. That was just straight dropped. Curtis Pearson. He could have walked into the end zone there, Steve.
Yeah, I was premature when I said touchdown, but here it is right now. He runs right down the middle of the field, a little skinny post. Got a 2-yard hit. Oh, and he just drops it. It happens. It's high school football, but he's gonna want that one back.
That he will, but might not be the last time he has that opportunity this morning. Good throw there by Brady Cobb.
Oh, right on the money.
Going to break the huddle here on 2nd and 10.
And Pearson's young sophomore receiver there is going to want that one.
From the Kipp 34, Cobb sends a man in motion. And the handoff here. That's Bryce Wynn. Off left tackle, breaking a couple, and it takes about 3 defenders to ultimately bring him down at the 25-yard line. He's right at the marker. Let's see if they actually give him forward progress here. And looks like he will be short by a hair. Sincere Bethea in on the tackle.
Yeah, it's one
At
of
least
the
credited with it.
Yeah, one of the staples of that West Deptford offense, that Delaware. You know, they just run power, and you'll see him come back with a sweep, and of course they have the waggle, the quarterback. I mean, it's 3 basic plays, but they show them from so many different formations, and it's so confusing. The guards do a real big part of this. If you watch them and when they pull, they usually tell you where the play's going.
Another man in motion. Cobb will give it off to Wynn off right tackle. Little stutter step. He's going to lean forward. He'll have enough, it looks like, for a first down. So West Deptford moving the sticks. I get a fresh set.
Straight power that time off the right side. You said they only need a yard. And got it pretty easily.
So the fresh set, we'll move them up. Just outside the red zone's 1st and 10. Paskowitz, the motion man, will get the toss out left. He's got some blockers, makes one. Oh, nice stiff arm by Paskowitz. He'll be forced out of bounds at around the 15-yard line. Sincere Bethea has been on the last few tackles. He shoved him out of bounds there, but that was a highlight, real stiff arm there from Paskowitz.
Yeah, that was, like you said, just a very athletic play and a very good stiff arm there. As they actually didn't do a bad job of setting the edge, but once you got the stiff arm, you got another 5-6 yards out of it.
He is run out of bounds, so the clock does stop with 9 seconds to go. So they'll run at least one more play here before the end of the quarter.
We got a flyover salute here. Like
Geese already flying south for the
10
win.
geese, yeah.
2nd and 4, Cobb. A little bit of a bobble there, and
Touchdown.
somehow we're going to get a touchdown here for Zamir Davis. The ball was kind of lost up the middle of the play. Looked like Cobb bobbled it, was trying to go another way, and all of a sudden Zamir Davis finds his way into the end zone for a touchdown. We have a man down here for Kipp.
Yeah, if you look at replay here, you're going to see the guard pull. Here comes the trap. Comes from the right side to the left, number 56. And, boy, he just that's a great block. He drove the guy back to the 5-yard line. Got to give credit to that man, number 56. What a great block that was that time by Sam Cogan, the sophomore, 5'9", 180, offensive lineman. Boy, that was a great block. And that's the staple of that Delaware. They run that crisscross, and then they do that trap where they pull the offside guard. Boy, he kicks out, and this guy did a great job. That was a great block.
Eagles extend the lead, but we do have a man down for the Titans. We'll try to identify him for you. But doesn't look too good right now, so we hope he is okay. That will bring us to the end of the first quarter. So for right now, with the injury and the end of the quarter, we will take a break. West Deptford rolling right now, 28-6 here at Rowan. Nice little round of applause there for Moiston McIntosh, who went down with a scary hit. He's waving to his teammates and was able to take his uppers off there, Steve. So it seems like he is at least in decent spirits. Unsure what happened. He was face down for a little bit, so unsure if it was upper body or maybe he had something with his leg.
Yeah,
couldn't really tell on that touchdown run for West Deptford.
The way he sits up and is exchanging handshakes with the other team and stuff, you think it's be a lower body injury.
Yeah. So hopefully he is okay, but he's going to have to be carted off. So his day obviously is presumably done here, unfortunately. He scored Kipp's lone touchdown, and he's obviously a force for the Titans at linebacker, so they will sorely miss him. But, again, hopefully he is okay and that the Titans can just now get back and focus in on playing the rest of this football game.
Still at the end of the first quarter here. Untimed try.
Yeah, so we are about to start the second quarter, but as Steve just mentioned, they're going to do the extra point first, and then we'll officially start the second quarter, and they'll flip sides of the field. So Brady Cobb on for the extra point to extend the West Deptford lead, and that kick is on the way, and it is good. 29-6, West Deptford on top, and they will now flip sides of the field, but it's a 3-score game, Steve, and the Titans, where we've seen plays here and there where they're getting big chunks. They've made some good things happen, but unfortunately it's just not been enough, and the miscues have loomed large, especially when it led to the early touchdowns for West Deptford.
Yeah, the offense has been okay. As you said, they've made some plays, but defensively and special teams, they've really struggled, and West Deptford has taken advantage of that, obviously, with scoring 29 points in the first quarter.
We mentioned at the top of the broadcast that head coach John Emmel for West Deptford, he mentioned that this was his best team since 2019. 6 years ago, they went 9-2. This is a program that's that have won a lot of sectional titles over there in Group 2. This is a very traditional football power in that area of the West Jersey Football League. They're in the Patriot Division this year. Kipp, Cooper, Norcross out in the United Division. One guy we haven't really talked about so far today, Steve, for West Deptford, is we've highlighted the few offensive bursts they had, but it's the center, Sal Fife. He's going to be going to Syracuse next season. He's as a preferred walk-on, so Division I talent on that offensive line there for the Eagles.
Yeah, that's quite an accomplishment, as you said, from offensive lineman to go to a place like Syracuse.
Syracuse head coach Fran Brown from the Camden area, of course a former Rutgers assistant, so he knows the Jersey area well. This pooch kick was batted a little bit, and it's going to be scooped up there by Morton, trying to get to the edge on the right side, down the right sideline now. Morton's got a head full of steam. Morton going to try to make something happen, and he's into West Deptford territory. So again, the Titans special teams here, Steve, the kick return especially, has been very positive in this first half, and they're going to give them good field position once again.
They may have a couple 100 yards gain, but probably 150 of it is from return yardage, so it's definitely a big part of their game.
They're going to be on the plus side of the field here.
And I'm sure the West Deptford's going to work hard this week on cleaning that up. Can't have those
the
constant kick returns.
Kickoff coverage has been leaky a little bit for the Eagles. They've lost contain, and of course Kipp taking advantage with the speed and the blocks that they've been able to get along the edge. So 1st and 10. Ball is at the 43-yard line of West Deptford. Davion Ross Ways in the shotgun again, as he has been all morning. Takes the snap here. Echeverria gets the carry. Off right tackle. Has a little space. He's going to lower the shoulder. Gets across the 40-yard line. So a decent carry there for the sophomore. A couple Eagles there in on the stop. But run game's starting to get it going a little bit now.
Zamar Davis, number 2, a real good form tackle again. He's quite an athlete for West Deptford.
Yeah, Davis just scored that last touchdown for West Deptford. A lot of misdirection from the classic Delaware wing T offense from the Eagles, and certainly fooled us up here in the broadcast where Davis just came out of the middle of the pile and was in the end zone.
They've been running that offense for 30
eons.
years. Yep.
As old as the program. 2nd and 5. Early stages of the second quarter as Ross Ways will get a play fake here. Going to take off himself to the left side. He's got a little space, and here he goes inside the 20-yard line. Ross Ways will split the defense, and he's in for the touchdown.
Wow.
The Titans respond. Davion Ross Ways almost 40 yards out, and the Titans cut into the lead here.
Well, I'll tell you what, nice run by, as you said, by Ways there. 38 yards, I think, officially what it was, and he made a real. And you know, he did the best was not only he made people miss.
Oh, there's a flag down.
Unsportsmanlike contact. I think it's after the fact, so he'll either be able to try it or kickoff. I'm not sure which, but they must have.
Perhaps for some excessive celebration.
Yeah,
although it didn't look like it from up here, but I mean, those calls are going to happen, especially at the high school level.
Yeah.
So it'll be assessed on the kickoff here.
A 38-yard run for a touchdown. And I'll tell you what, he just made a lot of people miss. You know what's great about the run too is there he did not. You see guys getting open, they start going corners like that. He kept it right down the field, saw his lanes, and made a little, stutter step one way and
follow those blockers. Didn't stray too far from the pack. They're going to go for 2 here. Rossway's back, throwing to the end zone, and it is caught. 2-point conversion is good. That looks like it's Michael Morton on the receiving end. Beg your pardon, Aiden Atkins officially with the catch there. His jersey was bunched up from our vantage point. But the junior tight end reels in the 2-point conversion. It's 29-14, so it's back to a 2-score game. How about the Titans, Steve?
Yeah, but
responding.
They have offensively. They've struggled defensively, but offensively, they've shown a lot. They really have. You think of the plays that they've had taken back, a touchdown call back, big return call back, early procedure penalties, but they seem like when they get set and get their playoff, they're dangerous.
Yeah, they're in sync now compared to the early drives of that first quarter where we counted about 5 pre-snap penalties for the Titans. But that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty is going to be assessed here on the kickoff, so they're going to have to kick it off from the 25-yard line. So West Deptford, barring a disaster, is going to have really good field position for this next drive. 10:56 to go in the half.
Yeah, who do you kick it to here?
Pick your poison. Paskowitz is on the far side of the field. He already has a kickoff return for a touchdown this morning. Pearson's on the near side, and it's going to be Paskowitz from inside his own 30-yard line. Going to try to follow his blockers up to the 45, gets to midfield. Paskowitz finds a lane, and there he goes again. Can he beat the last man? Nice little move by Paskowitz, and he's off to the races once again. His second kickoff return for a touchdown.
That was about 70-some yards again. Boy, I'll tell you what, great patience by Paskowitz at the end there. Let that block settle, and then he cut back on the last guy.
Not much you can do there if you're Kipp.
Here we go. He gets the ball at about the 28-yard line, straight up the field. Now you see him setting up the blocks right here. Nice patience miss there. Good block inside. Boy, he just starts out running everybody right here. One last guy to beat, sets him up. Real good cut back inside.
Fonzel Uzo was the last guy to get him there, but by that point it was too late. Paskowitz had too much speed and made one more cut. They get 2 points here for West Deptford off that muddle huddle. It was quick. We weren't even ready for it.
No, I didn't see it. I see 2-point conversion. I can't give any credit. Oh, well, thanks that we have a replay. Let's see. Look at this.
How about the muddle huddle? Yeah, look at this.
Wide open.
Yeah, Kipp wasn't ready for that one. Well, usually, Steve, I've been so used to the muddle huddle the last couple of years where all right, we're going to set it up but never actually use it, and they used it that time. And it's 37-14. West Deptford is rolling.
Looked like number 18, Michael Joseph, was on the receiving end of that.
First time we've called his name this morning. And like I said before, Steve, I think we're going to hear the Eagles fight song quite a bit this morning.
I'm all right with that. I'm getting used for Sundays. Let's go.
Little warm-up for the Philadelphia Eagle fans for Thursday. Hang up the Super Bowl banner. But the pressing matter right now is that the Titans, whenever they respond, Steve, they can't seem to put together 2 phases of the game back-to-back here where they get a score and a stop. Hasn't happened this morning.
I wonder, I'm just thinking out loud here. I wonder if you could go to FanDuel and see if the Phillies scoring 20-some points you get the over-under on the Eagles scoring that many in their first game. You don't see too many 20 spots in a baseball team.
Cobb's been busy. At least kicking the football. Hasn't had to do much with the quarterback position today.
And Kipp's had some good returns, too.
That they have, so you got to wonder if they're going to keep pooching it the rest of the day.
I think they got to. No, he kicks it over their head.
And Morton is going to have to go back for this one. He's going to go into the end zone. So how about Brady Cobb getting a touchback? He's pretty fired up about that one, too.
Yeah, why pooch it when you kick in the end zone?
He clearly has the leg.
Wow, he boomed that one.
Tell you what, Brady Cobb, I don't think I've seen him this fired up this morning yet until he kicked it in the back of the end zone. Don't get me wrong. Kid's a really good quarterback. You know, multi-year starter for this program. He's going to be relied on a lot this year. We've seen him throw the ball quite well so far today in spots, but he doesn't have to do much. So it's like, all right, let me try to boot one out of the back of the end zone. And clearly the Titans weren't ready for it. They had guys up near the 20-yard line.
Let's see what they can do offensively here. Here comes a formation that
you better hope they're lined up properly, yeah.
It looks like they're good. We used to call this Indians. 3 guys.
They're stacked heavy to the left side. Ross Ways is going to
side.
get flushed out.
There's a hold. They let go.
They're just going to toss this one away out of bounds, and he's well outside the tackle box. Really no chance there. Michael Joseph bringing the pressure for West Deptford. They rule that one incomplete.
Yeah,
Second and 10.
A little convenient by the official not to call that because the ball did not get back to the line of scrimmage. But, yeah, when I'll tell you, it's got to be quick. When you've got Indians or 3 or 4 receivers over here, heavy formation, you're going to try to go back to the weak side. You better get rid of the ball because you know they're coming off that weak side edge.
Second and 10 for the Titans. 10.5 minutes to go in this first half.
Going back to the same formation.
See if they actually get something going on that near side. Michael Morton is the lone receiver up to the top of your screen. Davion Ross Ways, the sophomore quarterback in the shotgun here. Dropping straight back, looking to that left side. He's going to throw one across the middle. It's reeled in. That's Atkins, the tight end. Gets across to the 30-yard line, close to the first down. Depends on where they spot the football. That might be enough.
Yeah, well-designed play there that time as they faked the bubble screen to the Indians out here. Have the guy leak inside and a little slant, like the late slant. Really good execution.
Yeah, good play design. It's enough for a first down, so the Titans do move the football here. Aiden Atkins had that 2-point conversion reception on the last drive for Kipp. Two receivers each side this time. Echeverria's in the backfield, along with Ross Ways. High snap, handoff. Echeverria to the right side, breaks one tackle, springs free, and he runs forward. And that's going to be enough for a first down. Ball came out late, but I believe the whistle's blew, so he is going to be ruled down here. But that should be enough for another Titan first down.
Yeah, Echeverria, a nice run there. Young sophomore, I'll tell you what, he's got some good speed, and he does a nice job of getting up the field, as we see here. Plants that foot, goes up the field, doesn't try to go kick past anybody, runs through one tackle, and he gets the first down. Nice run for the young sophomore.
Yeah, he led the team in rushing last year as a freshman. So definitely, for a young program, could put up some historic numbers when it comes to the overall history of this program.
To show my age, what's unusual name Echeverria. There used to be a Buhner running back a few years. I wonder if he'd relate because he was really good too.
First and 10 from the 40. Ross Ways, quick throw, left side, reeled in. That's Cosby trying to make something happen. He gets a forward, though, for a positive gain. Not much, though. West Deptford was all over it.
Yeah, that timing was off a little bit because he fumbled the snap a little bit in his hands. He didn't get it out as quickly as he wanted to. West Deptford was able to get a lot of hats over here.
Al Dayrell credited with the tackle among the 3 Eagles that swarmed in. Second and 8 after the 2-yard gain.
Every year you look at these West Deptford athletes, they have so many athletes. Same thing, they're like 5'8", 5'10", they weigh 180 pounds. They can, play any position on the field. Very interchangeable.
And they fly to the football.
They do.
Second and 8, Ross Ways back, pressure coming, just got that one away. It's Boyd
I can't believe
off a broken play, breaks one tackle. Boyd making a cut across midfield, and he lost the football. Who has it? West Deptford says they do. Oh, Boyd made something out of nothing. They're going to clear out the pile, and let's see. It will be Eagle football on the fumble recovery. Boyd Boy, he made a nice play, but West Deptford able to fall on it. Couldn't tell who actually fell on it among the pile, but a costly turnover here.
Here we go. We'll see. He makes a nice run as you see him cut back to the middle here. Carrying the ball a little loose as he goes down. I don't think he was down and out. The ball popped out, but it looks like number 2, I'm going to say.
That'd be Zamir Davis on the recovery.
Yeah,
It looked like it was just taken right out of his hands as he went down.
Yep.
Boy, a brutal break there for the Titans. They were starting to move the football once again, Steve, to try to keep this within a 2-score game.
Yeah, there are no coach's challenges in this sport, so that even though it looks like when it come out late, it's going to stand.
And no instant replay till the state championship game.
There you go.
1st and 10 for West Deptford, near midfield. Cobb under center.
Power.
Gives it off, and a simple handoff here to Davis.
Yep, that's a wing T power. We said, okay, we're going to put the fullback over here. We're going to run him up in the hole. We're going to trap with a guard, and you got to stop us. And they were real nice play. That's well designed.
They're going to run fast here after the 9-yard gain there from Davis as Cobb will give it to him again across the 40-yard line, and the Eagles just moving the pile here across the 35-yard line. Zamir Davis starting to get his time with the football.
Yeah, this is when I used to coach and call the plays. It used to be like, yes, you should go. Again. On the same play, I just say again. Same formation, same play. They can't stop it.
I like that play call.
It's why get fancy?
Simple to remember, too, again. 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
And here they're double wing, so they're changing something.
Ball at the 32-yard line. Cobb under center again. At Shields in motion.
Trap that time.
And a handoff to the outside.
Touchdown.
Wynn, who's breaking free inside the 15-yard line. And Bryce Wynn
Oh.
will take it to the end zone in the corner. Took a big shot, but he's in for the touchdown. And the Eagles continue to pile on to this lead.
Bryce Wynn with a 32-yard trap. Real nice execution. Wait, do you see this trap on the replay here? Let me give credit. Number 50, it looks. Oh, what a great block. He gets 2 guys.
That's Christopher Dunn again.
Whoa, what a great block by Christopher Dunn, as you said. And then it was just all athleticism there as, Bryce Wynn just rolls into the end zone.
Took a big shot from Davis as he crossed the goal line. But Bryce Wynn getting it across for another Eagle touchdown. They're about to make this a 30-point lead here, and there's still 7:18 to go in this first half. So they didn't go too fast this time, Steve, on that muddle huddle, so they will set up the actual extra point. Snap, hold, kick is on the way for Cobb, and it is good. 44-14, 7:18 to play in the second quarter. The Eagles are rolling right now. We'll step aside, take a quick break, see what Kipp could do on offense when we come back. (44-14), West Deptford rolling here in our opening game of the second day of Battle of the Beach. Of course, our first day here on the campus of Rowan University. Nick Costco alongside Steve Parker. Brady Cobb going to kick it deep. And this one's going to roll into the end zone as well. So back-to-back touchbacks for Brady Cobb. And tell you what, Steve, the Eagles had some kickoff coverage issues early on in this game, and even with the pooch kicks, they weren't really finding much success, but Cobb has kicked the last 2 out of the back of the end zone, and they're going to make the Titans drive the length of the field here.
Yeah, sometimes you outcoach yourself with that pooch stuff. I mean, I got a guy who kicked the ball in the end zone. Pretty simple. Let him kick it,
I mean, the high school level, is the rule has not changed. The touchback gets you only to the 20-yard line, so you can afford it.
Absolutely.
No, we were discussing earlier in the broadcast the kickoff rules that have changed, with college and obviously with the NFL. The landing zone. They're trying to emphasize the return game again.
I don't know what that means. The landing zone.
Basically, you have to get it. The ball has to land between the 5 and the 15-yard line, something like that, to emphasize the return. Otherwise, the touchback brings you up to the 35-yard line.
Between the 5 and the 15. Yeah.
Or if it doesn't go in the landing zone. 1st and 10 for Kipp. From the 20-yard line, Echeverria on the carry. That time ran into a brick wall. Managed to push the pile forward, though. Got about 2. So it'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, he said a host of Deptford guys were there, and West Deptford did a real nice job that time. Just closing down, you said, the middle, basic. Make them, you got a 30-point lead. You just make them make no big plays. Make them earn. If they're going to score, make them, get 10, 15 plays at least.
Yeah, like we were saying before, maybe Kipp wants to try to run the clock a little bit just to give West Deptford less opportunities, but hasn't paid off right now. Ross Way's back to throw again. Pressure coming. Going to run out to his right, trying to avoid the sack, and he is going to be brought down. Got a few going forward, but flags are down in the backfield. Might be getting a face mask here.
Yeah, first I thought, oh, and he's down. Get up. Come on, buddy.
Dragged down a little awkwardly was the sophomore quarterback. He's going to roll off to the sideline. We might have to see the freshman backup, Darnell Davis Jr., come in now. And they're going to work out
like
Ross Way's leg. Yeah, it could be a cramp. It could have landed awkwardly, but they're going to have to stretch out his right leg over on the sideline there.
Yeah. That's not good, but it's a good sign that he's to stretch him, so it could be just a cramp rather than something more serious.
He will have to come out for at least one play, though. Officially a face mask on West Deptford, so the automatic first down there for Kipp.
Looks like Darnell Davis Jr. is coming in. Here we go.
Yeah, he's only a freshman.
There's a face mask. Yeah, he's a little awkward, but seems to be okay. Let's see what the young freshman can do here.
Yeah, coming into this game, at least based on the official depth chart, a couple days out, both these guys were listed as a starter. They believe they were co-stars.
Put your mouthpiece in, which I think he did. That's the first thing you tell.
1st and 10. Davis from the shotgun now. Takes the high snap. He's just going to take off and run himself to the right side. He's got some speed and a lane, and he gets across the 50-yard line. That's a first down.
Yeah, real good run that time. A little power, the quarterback power. Did a nice job showing some athleticism. Got a good block out there that time. It looked like Echeverria again. A nice block for him.
We'll see how long Davis stays in on this drive while they work out Davion Ross Ways on the sideline. Dominic Doe just checked out for West Deptford as they get set on defense. Davis looking towards the sideline for the play call. Echeverria now shifting over to his left. 1st and 10 from midfield. He's going to drop straight back. He's looking. He's got an arm on him. He's going deep, and this one is intercepted. Zamir Davis picking it off inside the 15-yard line. Davis was looking for Ja'Kai Boyd. Had a bit of a step, but that ball floated a little bit too long in the air.
Yeah, if we look at a replay here, he's got him open. He's got to throw it early because there's a free safety back there who's just playing center field. You see him come over. Real nice job by defensive back. But if that ball's thrown earlier, that's a completion. Just a young freshman just holding the ball a little bit too long. And a nice defensive play there, as you said.
Yeah, they had the look. That could have been a touchdown for Ja'Kai Boyd. We know he's a burner. But Zamir Davis making an athletic interception, as you mentioned. We talked about the Phillies before the game, Steve. Nice little center field play there by Zamir Davis. Eagles back on offense, up by 30. 5.5 to go in this first half. Brady Cobb and the offense going to set up shop at the 15-yard line. We got whistles. And it looks like we have a timeout here for West Deptford. They're going to talk things over. I mean, they've been able to, Steve, just basically do whatever they want on offense, and nothing crazy. Just they're running the old school power off that wing tee. They haven't had Cobb throw the ball much this morning.
Hasn't had to.
No, special teams and the run game have really worked out for him in this game.
Yeah, but Deptford has always been. I mean, they're great teams. They're okay teams. They've always run the Delaware so well. I mean, they just are so good with their traps and their fullbacks, and they run that crisscross once in a while. And when they get athletes, you have an athlete, a quarterback, and you get a good running back. It's really a tough offense to defend, especially at the high school level, because there's so many guys pulling and doing things on offense you normally don't see. Very, very well executed. Has been forever. They've run that. Just a West Deptford. As much as their green jerseys, that Delaware wing tee is their offense.
Yeah, not too many teams still run that type of offense here in South Jersey. Mainland Regional is still one of them. Still runs it. Delsey, of course.
Well, that's a Clyde Folsom influence.
Of course.
He was the assistant coach. He's not this year, but taking time off.
Cobb's going to throw to the right side. He's got a man. It's caught there by Michael Joseph going out of bounds up near the 40-yard line. So we just mentioned, Steve, Brady Cobb hasn't had to throw much today, but when he does, he makes it count. Big first down here for the Eagles.
Yeah, that was the zone, and Michael Morton Jr., the defensive backer, he was in good coverage, but I think he just mistook the depth of that pass. He just underestimated how far the ball was going to go because he's in pretty good position.
Ball officially spotted at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
In the West Deptford, maybe the opponent's not as strong as we're going to see, but I'll tell you what, their execution's been excellent so far.
Yeah, they haven't made too many mistakes today. Cobb under center. And off here, and that one good for almost another first down for West Deptford.
That's just a power right up the middle.
Yeah. That was Simpkins, his first carry of the morning.
Nice tackle that time by number 7, Jerry Davis.
And we have another injury on the field. It's a Kipp Norcross Titan, Kipp Cooper Norcross Titan, and immediately getting up, though. So seems to be all right. It's Mekhi Moore, big defensive lineman, plays both ways. He's only a sophomore. I beg your pardon, he's a senior.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, he's fine now.
Probably got dinged, like you said, he just that initial.
The adrenaline wears off.
Yeah, like a toothache. It's going to go away eventually.
Moore is one of those key guys for Kipp this season on both sides of the line at the tackle position, both ways. I mentioned that wing T there for West Deptford. They have pretty much 4, if not 5 guys that can carry the football. And you see David Shields, who just came back into the huddle, number 26. But we've seen 4 different guys carry the football, and Paskowitz, Wynn, Davis, and Simpkins now.
See, it's double wing again. There's so many things from there. They can trap. They can run a power guy in motion. They can run a crisscross.
There's Paskowitz in motion.
Power
to the right side now. First down run there for Zamir Davis as the Eagles move the football, or move the sticks, rather, once again. Under 4 minutes to play in this first half. Again, they're cruising and up by 30, but they can really make this running clock territory with another touchdown here.
Yeah, that time they did a real good job. The guy in motion becomes the lead blocker. If your defense doesn't shift the gap one time, which they did not, you got numbers, and that's what they're looking for.
It's amazing even modern-day football see that this old-school approach where it's a run-heavy approach on offense, it still works very effectively, at least at the high school level.
The old Delaware wing T, Tubby Raymond.
Paskowitz, the motion man again, get the toss out left, and he's going to get the edge sealed for the moment. Has to make a couple guys miss, and a good job by the Titans defense to swarm the ball carrier, and he limits Paskowitz to just a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that time the running back didn't make the right read. They had number 4 out there, Darnell Davis, made a good job of setting the edge, and he tried to cut it up, and he should have stayed outside, or vice versa. And it's just a real good play by Davis there.
Already the freshman had to step in at quarterback during that last drive, and he's been trying to make plays along the edge. One of the guys who rotates in regularly in that defensive backfield. Officially a gain of 2 as Cobb gets the shotgun snap. He's going to throw it to his right side. Now that's reeled in by Joseph and breaks 1 tackle, trying to go down the sideline. Eventually makes his way up to the 40-yard line. Yeah, managed to get away from Yasan Cosby there, and eventually Morton drove him out of bounds for a 3rd down.
They might get away with legal formation. It looked like they had 5 guys in the backfield. Sometimes the officials miss it, but good play. Positive yards.
Be 3rd and 4 now for the Eagles. 2:25 to play in the half. First down markers right up there at the 36.
Official may have a sore arm from throwing so many flags. We can let a little bit go when it don't mean anything. Got to ice it at halftime.
These guys got to remember to warm up with a football pregame.
Yeah.
On 3rd and 4, Cobb sends Paskowitz in motion.
Power.
Handoff up the middle. That's Bryce Wynn that time. Good swarming to the football there by the Titans defense. About 3 defenders to bringing him down. And this is going to be short of the line of gain. 4th down now for the Eagles. And, again, you're inside the 40. Too long for a field goal, so you're definitely going to go for it here.
All right. I'm going to call the play. It's the Eagles. I'm going to call it. What's the play?
Again.
It's a tush push. No, it's a tush push. It's the Eagles. Come on.
Thought you were setting me up there nice.
Yeah, it will be. You're right. It will be the again play. But.
Yeah. So Wynn, who actually just carried the football, he's the one down there for West Deptford. He's sitting on the 40-yard line. We have another man down here for the Titans as well. Down there, that's Nasir Williams, the junior defensive lineman. Looks like he needs his foot checked out, and Wynn is now back to his feet for West Deptford, so he seems to be all right. They're going to check out the left leg. Looks like the left ankle of Williams for Kipp, who's down there at the 35-yard line. Might be a cramp. It's funny, Steve, you know, I go back to a couple times that either you and I have done it or just being at Battle of the Beach in general. The early season games is big time for cramp territory.
Yeah.
But on a day like this, it's not even humid today. It's just very nice today.
Yeah, it's just like I say, it's just used to the adrenaline. Sometimes it just cramps up just because you're not used. And you know what? I don't know how many of these teams practice on turf, but it has a little bit to do with it too. I mean, you got much firmer, firmer feel. It's like basketball, almost like you used to get those shin splints and stuff they call them because it's a little harder surface. I wonder how many teams actually practice on a turf.
Of course, we are set up nice here at Rowan University. Home of the Profs, of course, a successful Division III football program.
Alma mater of Dino Hall, who played for the Cleveland Browns for 5-6 years.
Hey, you can get to the NFL even through D3. So if they actually ruled that a first down by virtue of the forward progress, so it's 1st and 10 now for West Deptford. Fresh set of downs. Toss out left.
Yep,
it's
toss.
Zamir Davis following his blockers, lowering the shoulder, and a host of Titan defenders bringing him down as he crosses the 30-yard line.
Good contact there. That was the old student body left. We pull the guards and we toss it, and everybody runs around in the end. Get 8 yards. Good play.
Good chunk there for the Eagles. 90 seconds to go in the half.
It just goes to show it's basic offense. It's just execution. I mean, nothing fancy. Here we come. Here's what we're going to do. We're bringing more guys than you, and you're going to have to be stout enough to stop us. And so far, they have not been able to stop this West Deptford offense.
No, haven't been able to make too many game-changing plays on defense here. A couple shifts here for West Deptford. See Joseph now going towards the bottom of your screen.
Okay.
Snap to Cobb, play fake,
throw
looking downfield. He's going to throw
Come over here,
towards
we'll throw
Joseph.
to you for
Wide open, touchdown, West Deptford.
Come over to the other side so I can throw you a touchdown pass.
Brady Cobb to Michael Joseph on the receiving end of things, and already a 50-burger in this first half for the Eagles. Another look at it there, Steve. Just, again, great execution, as you mentioned.
Yeah. Real nice throw that time. And he just ran by people.
That's just one of those floaters there for Brady Cobb. And Michael Joseph sitting at 6'3", 194. Going to be tough to stop him pretty much all year. But the Eagles are rolling in this first half. Again, this was only a 15-point game midway through this second quarter, Steve, and West Deptford has really turned on the juice and capitalized on the Kipp mistakes. Cobb's extra point is on the way, and it is good.
Yeah.
51-14, 102 to go.
Getting a little chippy. Bristol didn't want to call it, but it was really a little cheap shot there they're going to call him. Kipp.
Beg your pardon, that was no good. 50-14, still your score. Flags came down too, so I wonder if they're going to re-kick this, or if it was after the fact.
Yeah, it looked like it was after the fact, like a personal foul post, I think. Maybe not. They're talking to him. Yeah, they're going to make him. They're going to go for 2 now, probably. Well, maybe not.
They're coming back onto the field,
It'll be
so
a personal foul, though. Oh, roughing the kicker.
So they're going to replay the try running into the kicker. So amid all that confusion, a little redemption for me now.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I saw a guy a little late bump on the. These are the simple plays in high school football that are very key, though. A close game. You got to be a bad snap.
Cobb's extra point that time is good.
Ooh. That's a line drive into the gap for a double.
51-14, West Deptford rolling, 102 to play in this first half. And, well, Steve, if you're on that Kipp sideline, what's the message here? And I mean, this game has obviously gotten away from you here in this first half. You still have more to play here, but now you're entering running clock territory. And, again, the Eagles are just capitalizing their mistakes. What's the message over here?
Yeah, the message we really have to clean up some of the the mistakes we're making. The pre-snap penalties, because they've made some athletic plays, but it's been the pre-snap penalties and missed tackles that have really killed them. So it's fundamentals. It's the first game of the year, but yeah, they've got to clean them up because you said they do have some athletes, as we've seen.
Well, the Eagles are going to kick it off once more. As we mentioned before, Cobb's gotten a lot of work with his leg today. But they got him to throw a touchdown pass there, so he's utilized the arm today.
Kick the ball in the end zone, son.
He's done it twice in a row.
Unless they want to work on something. And in high school, once the ball goes in, you can't return it anyway.
So they have a couple guys back deeper now towards the goal line.
There's a void between the 35 and the 15. He tried.
They're going to boot it, and that'll be Morton just outside of the goal line. He'll pick it up off the bobble up to the 15, trying to get to the 20, cutting out to the sideline, and Morton breaks free. Oh, and he just stepped out of bounds. Boy, if he had kept his foot on green grass, he was gone.
I thought he was going to end it anyway. He ran down to the 20-yard line just for fun.
I'll give him credit for the extra effort there.
Yep. Here it is right here, as you see. Cuts, nice lane. Good seal block there. I can't quite get the number. Good seal block, and you got a couple nice blocks on the outside, and just steps
Oh, man,
out.
Steve, how close was that?
Yeah.
Could have gone right back into the ball game there. 54 seconds to go in the half, so I got to imagine they're maybe just going to sit on the football here, try to go into the locker room here. But, again, they've made some big plays, so a quick bubble screen, you never know, could take it to the house.
Yeah, and on the other hand, like you said, you don't want to turn it over here and give them another score.
Yeah.
But I guess 51-14, don't worry about that. You got to make a play.
Darnell Davis is still in at quarterback, the freshman. He came in for Davion Ross Ways, who was shaken up on that last offensive drive.
Double slot.
Davis takes the shotgun snap, handoff Echeverria, and he'll be brought down after getting back to the line of scrimmage. And if that's any indication, they're going to run one more play here and just go into the locker room for halftime. Charles Shriver credited with the tackle there for West Deptford. Mentioned him before, 6 foot, 230-pound defensive tackle. Of course, a key offensive lineman as well. You want to talk about the big uglies for West Deptford, him and Sal Fife, who we alluded to before, the key cogs in the trenches. So Kipp will run one more play here. Davis back, quick throw right side. That's reeled in. And getting down to the sideline, getting a first down is Yasan Cosby, who's brought down at the 45-yard line. And they have to reset the sticks here with 1 second to go, so I don't know if they're going to get a chance to run one more play here.
No.
They will not. So the clock runs down. That'll be halftime. 51-14, West Deptford all over Kipp Cooper. I'll tell you what, Steve, for a game that it looked like it was going to be more competitive in that second quarter because the Titans are starting to get something going, but West Deptford is capitalizing on too many miscues.
Yeah, they have so many big plays. You said they just every time there's a miscue, they take advantage of it and score. And West Deptford's, they're always well coached. But I'll tell you, the discipline for this early in the season, I mean, they haven't had many penalties at all. And they run that offense, that Delaware with the traps and the powers, and they just really been efficient offensively, making big plays. And they have some athletes, as they always do, and it's been all West Deptford.
Athletes all over the place, but it's been all West Deptford in this first half. We'll step aside for halftime. 51-14, West Deptford rolling over Kipp here at the Battle of the Beach. Second half action here at Battle of the Beach at Rowan University. Nick Costco alongside Steve Parker for this Prime Events presentation on SFBN. And it was all West Deptford in that first half, a 51-14 lead for the Eagles. And at one point, Steve, this game was 29-14. The Titans crawled their way back into after some early miscues. Unfortunately, those miscues just kept happening, and the Eagles took advantage.
And so many big plays, too. As you said, 2 kickoff returns. I'm afraid for Kipp to kick the ball right now.
Cole Paskowitz returned 2 of them for touchdowns, and I believe he's going to get the ball again here on the scoop. He will. Makes a quick cut, but he is chopped down at the 30-yard line. So Titans playing a little bit safer there that time.
Good coverage, kept the 30-yard line.
Running clock is in effect due to the 37-point lead here for the Eagles. It's 33 points at halftime as far as the running clock rule is enforced. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles, just across their own 30-yard line.
Interesting to see when West Deptford will start putting, second team players in and getting some experience.
Looks like the backup quarterback, Tim Holmes, is actually in there now. So we'll start to see some of the second stringers here in the second half right now for the Eagles, as Holmes will give it off. That's Zamir Davis trying to get to the edge. He'll make one man miss, breaks another tackle, and Davis hitting the spin move a couple times, getting across the 45-yard line right into Titan territory. So he's still playing, still getting it rolling, and Zamir Davis making it look easy.
But I'll tell you, that's a really good spin move. You can't teach that stuff. It's just, he really feels it. He sees the guy coming on his right shoulder and just spins. And he doesn't spin sideways. He spins vertically, which is also very, very good and very hard to do.
Tim Holmes Jr., the junior quarterback, he's out in the shotgun now. It's Brady Cobb's day. Appears to be done, at least from the QB position. Handoff goes to Bryce Wynn off the left side, breaks one tackle. He's going to carry the pile forward. And he's close to another first down for the Eagles as they keep the drive moving along here.
Yeah, you're not going to see anything fancy by West Deptford for sure. They're going to run the power, they're going to run the sweep, they're going to run the trap. And I'd be shocked if they throw the ball unless it gets in a third long situation or something. But although, they have another quarterback in, they might want him to throw a couple times. But
get his arm loose?
Yeah, just to see what he has in case he, never know when you're going to need him in a key spot in the game.
Holmes in the shotgun on 2nd and 1. Going to hand it off.
Scissor.
A little handoff here to Paskowitz now from Zamir Davis, as Paskowitz going to get up to the 25-yard line. He'll be driven back, but forward progress gets him the first down and more. So there you go. Double handoffs are alive and well, Steve. They're going to keep those bag of tricks rolling here.
That's a staple of the Delaware, though. They called it the scissor play, where they give it one way and he gives the inside handoff to the other wingback coming back. That is a staple of that play, and they've been running that forever. And they always execute it. I mean, you're handing the ball off twice. You worry about fumbles, but they are so smooth with their technique. It's really, really good coaching.
It's amazing how flawless, or how standard, I should say, for that play is in this type of playbook. Where if you're a defense who's not used to the wing tee, you're like, oh my God, they're pulling out all the stops here.
And the worst part about it is, so they pull their guard away from the play, which you're supposed to follow the guard.
Gets the whole defense to move. Handoff here.
Good play here.
Tackle in the backfield, though, as Shields gets dropped for a loss. That's Mackay Moore on the tackle.
Good penetration by Moore that time. As you said, he slipped the tackle, did the old swim move, and the left guard whiffed on him, and he says, all right, let me give myself a negative play here.
Officially a loss of 2 there for David Shields. He is now the 5th running back to get a carry this morning for West Deptford. And yes, it is still morning. It is just past 11 o'clock here at Rowan. We kicked off at 9 a.m. Early start today for Battle of the Beach. 3 games today. 2nd and 12 for the Eagles. Holmes from the shotgun. Takes it. Quarterback run to the right side following his blockers, and he lost the football, and it's picked up by Kipp, and it's going to be recovered by Michael Morton, and it will be Titan football. That ball popped out before he hit the ground, so bit of a break there for the Titans.
Yeah, big run, positive run, was going to be a first down, but pops out like you said, and Kipp comes up with the ball. They needed a turnover.
So they're going to credit Mackay Moore with punching the football out there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's exactly what he did. If we see the replay there, he did a nice job of that punch and pop right out, and they're on it. Let's see if they can get something offensively going here.
Michael Moore able to recover it. playing both ways here at receiver. And, of course, defensive back and slotting into that rover role, of course. But now the Titans are back on offense, and it's still going to be the freshman quarterback, Darnell Davis. Davion Ross-Ways was the sophomore starter for today. He got dinged up in the second quarter, and it's been Davis since then. And on 1st and 10, take the shotgun snap, handoff to Neo Echeverria, trying to bounce back to the left side, and he's brought down in the backfield. Really no chance there.
Yeah, it was I think it was London. It looks like it was made good penetration to West Deptford, number 9. He gets in from his linebacker spot, and he said loss of 2.
Charles Shriver on the tackle. Mentioned his name a couple times, one of the key defensive linemen. Key two-way guys on offense and defense in the trenches for the Eagles. 2nd and 12. High snap to Davis, dropping straight back. Good protection this time. Going to throw this one downfield, and he wants Atkins. Just overshot him. Might have had him there, but he had a second defender closing in on him fast. And it'll be 3rd down and long.
Yeah, it's that free safety coming over the top there. He's just reading the quarterback's eyes. Good throw, though. The throw was just a yard long, but see it come here on a replay here. He's got the man open here, but here comes the safety over, and, yeah, real good coverage that time. They were in, it looked like a 2-deep zone with a free safety, and he just reads the quarterback's eyes and goes to the ball.
Curtis Pearson and T.J. Cross on the coverage. Cross was that safety who came over and gave the bit of a hit there to Atkins. 3rd and long now for the Titans as Davis goes to the shotgun. Dropping straight back again. Flushed out to the right side.
He's in trouble.
He's going to just fire one, and that one's incomplete. Looking for Boyd, but defenders were closing in fast. Cameron Simpkins on the pass break up there. Dangerous play there. Could have been disastrous, but it'll now force the punting unit to come onto the field here for Kipp.
Yeah, you'll learn that in freshman. You never throw the ball late over the middle. That's a rule from grade school through to the pros. They say never throw the ball late over the middle, and he was lucky it wasn't picked. Let's see if they can get their special teams in order here and get this punt off.
Yeah, they've had 2 punting miscues today with snaps over the head. Both led 2 touchdowns. One was a scoop and score for our first score of the game.
Yeah, I go say, don't look, I have 11. Oh, here comes 11. Nope, wrong side. There we go.
I hope they don't get the delay of game here. They've had too many pre-snap penalties, Kipp. It's what shot themselves in the foot early on. Decent snap this time. The punt does get away. It's a high kick. It's going to be a short one, and the Eagles are going to try to stay with it. Oh, it touched them, and that's going to be Boyd picking it up. They're going to blow this one dead, but that should be Kipp football.
I thought it touched the Kipp player, though.
We'll see what they rule it there. It looked like Shields, who's looking at the West Deptford sideline right now. It looked like, from our vantage point, Steve, that I thought it hit his back. We'll see what they rule it, though.
Okay. See if we can see in the replay who it is.
It was right in the area.
Right. I think he does hit the West Deptford player, but I don't think he can advance it. That's what the call is.
Boyd with the recovery. Heads-up play there for Kipp. And they're back on offense.
Their best play the second half so far. It's 1st down.
Hey, we've seen Ja'Kai Boyd make something out of nothing multiple times in this game, including, if you remember, back in the first half where he was all bottled about 5 yards in the backfield on the right side, went back to the left, and ended up going almost all the way down the field. Moore in the motion man. Davis, jet sweep to him. Can Moore get to the edge? Breaks one tackle, breaks another. Trying to get to the sideline. He's going to be forced out of bounds just shy of the 40-yard line. So a decent gain. 2nd down upcoming here for the Titans.
Yeah, good patience there by the running back as he waited. His blocks were set up and made 4 or 5 yards out of something. It looked like it was going to be maybe go for a loss.
Again, that running clock is in effect. It's still a 37-point lead here for West Deptford, so we have under 4 minutes to play in this 3rd quarter. But if you're the Titans, Steve, even if you're going to chalk this one up to a loss, at least get some positive plays out of it. Try to get some good game tape for next week.
Absolutely. You always, like I said, always can make positive plays here and improve on some of the things that went wrong in the first half. Young quarterback gets some more snaps.
And Davis trying to get him set up. He's pretty deep in the backfield, too, in this shotgun formation. On 2nd and 6, he's dropping straight back. Davis looking downfield, stepping up in the pocket. He's going to take off and run. He might have the 1st down and more across the 50-yard line. And Davis shoved out of bounds near the 40. And there's the speed from the freshman. We saw it a little bit in the first half, and Davis has some wheels on him.
Very polished, too, there. He did not panic when he got pressure there, He made a little sidestep. And what I liked about it, when he first sidestepped, he still kept the ball up for that defensive back not be able to come up hard. He could still throw the ball. That's sometimes they tuck it too early, and then the defensive back can step up. But nice play there by the young freshman. Very heady.
Officially ruled out at the 45-yard line. Clock's still ticking. Less than 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. The Titans are in Eagle territory. Davis claps the hands, back to throw on 1st and 10, looking downfield, flushed again, and the pressure this time. Oh, he got away. Davis still alive, and he's going to be hit hard for a big sack back near the Titan 40-yard line. A gigantic loss. Christopher Dunn, we've talked about him multiple times today. A giant sack there for West Deptford.
Yeah, young freshman got to learn to throw that one away. He took that hit unnecessary here. As you see him roll to the right. Man, here comes pressure. And boom. I'll tell you what. I'll shake the cobwebs out.
Yeah, Dunn flew up from his middle linebacker position. I'll tell you what, good job by Davis to somehow stay on his feet, but at that point, really no chance to make something there as he got blasted back near the 45-yard line.
Give him credit, though. He jumped up, young freshman. He took that hit.
You mentioned the polish for him. I mean, again, he's only a freshman. He's made some freshman mistakes, but we were watching him even the second half warm-up, Steve. I mean, the way he throws the football as well, the way he's able to stand there in the pocket, he's got something.
A little sidestep in the pocket and still look downfield.
On second and forever, Davis will toss it to the right side. That one's reeled in, trying to make something happen. Not much there for Yasan Cosby. So he got back to the original line of scrimmage. Now he is down and hurt. His helmet's off. David Shields on the stop there. And we're going to have an injury timeout here late in this third quarter. Hopefully Cosby's okay. They've tried to get him the football more often today, Steve. Just haven't been able to really get him involved too much. But he was one of those key playmakers we highlighted pregame for Kipp going into this season. And hope he's all right.
Yeah, one of the positives for Kipp is you see their quarterback, you said a young freshman and sophomore they had there before. Both of them, do a nice job. I think this young freshman, he's looked like he's athletic. They both got to be on the field somewhere, I would think, before the season's over. They can't have him as a backup. He looks like he's too athletic. Maybe want a receiver, or running back, or
yeah. The sophomore quarterback who started today for Kipp, Davion Ross Ways, a little bit shorter but very shifty. He can certainly be electric with the ball in his hands. Looks like Cosby is okay. He's now seated up.
And he's getting up. It's a good sign.
So he's back up to his feet, got his helmet back. He's going to have to be off the field for at least a play, though. I was going to say, as far as Davion Ross Ways is concerned, he wasn't listed on the depth chart anywhere else but quarterback. But again, going into the game today, Kipp had not announced their starter before the game until basically you saw the guy take the field today. So both these guys were expected to potentially play today. But if this game is any indication, they both can make some plays, but it seems like Darnell Davis, as a freshman, has a little something cooking there for the Titans at quarterback. Hassan Cosby, the senior wide receiver, seems to be all right. And we will resume action. Late third quarter, clock resumes. It's 1:15 to go. Third and 20. First down markers up at the West Deptford 35-yard line. Man comes in motion. That's Boyd. Davis takes it. Looking downfield, flushed out of the pocket again. He's going to run. Looking to get some blockers. Boyd gives him one.
Nice
Davis
block.
makes a move, and he's going to be dropped well shy of the first down marker. Got to the West Deptford 41-yard line, but with a fourth and manageable, you got to imagine in this territory, got to go for it here.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely going for it. You said, he shows athleticism. He gets out of the pocket, makes a good move, makes the guy miss. I'd like to see by a young freshman.
Fourth and 7 now from the 42-yard line. 20 seconds to go now in the third quarter. Let's see if they run a play here. They might just sit on this one, Steve, and flip sides of the field.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to run a play.
And maybe try to get a formation look here, but No scores in this third quarter as we'll head to the fourth now. Flip sides of the field, it's been all West Deptford today, but Kipp, some positives here in the third quarter, Steve. They forced a turnover and the offense is moving a little bit, but we'll head to the fourth quarter. West Deptford well in control, 51-14. We'll be back with the fourth quarter on SFBN. Fourth quarter time here at Rowan University. Clock is running. Okay, running clock, of course, with the 37-point lead. But Kipp, a little offensive juice going here. See if they can keep this drive going on fourth down. Davis back to throw. Pressure coming. He steps up. Looking downfield. Going to air one deep. Wants more, and then he's going to be dropped down and hit. That's a pass interference if I've ever seen one. And that'll be a first down.
Well, the only thing good about high school football, well, not good, but good for the defense here is it's only a 15-yard penalty. It's not a spot foul.
Yeah.
So like you pull them down, you give them 15. They're going to run down, but they're not getting the ball there.
Yeah, just like the college rule.
Yep, 15 yards, that's it. So a lot of times that's really a good play if the guy beats you. Just pull him down rather than give him a touchdown. But he was open. Here he goes again as he steps up. Now, he steps up and he goes to his left and turns back and throws a really nice ball across his body. Like you said, it's obvious pass interference.
Yeah, Morton had a chance there. Maybe pulled that one into the end zone. I think I overheard somebody in the crowd, Steve, say, it's not the pros, guys. Back up.
Yeah. Well, Kipp was down there. They were lined up to 10.
They were ready.
Yeah. Problem is they don't get the ball to 30.
Watching too much NFL preseason. First and 10 inside the 30-yard line, though, for the Titans. Davis, handoff, Echeverria. He's going to be hit immediately by 3 West Deptford defenders and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain down the play there.
Yeah, it looked like Colton Partee was the 5'9", 135-pound defensive back that got into the early for West Deptford.
I think they actually gave Echeverria maybe a half yard on that carry, so a little effort there. Positive gain.
Look at all the 5'10", 180-pound, 200-pound. I mean, it's amazing how many guys are that size.
All these guys are compact, Steve. And
I think they all, a lot of wrestlers, I think, too.
It's got to be. Good wrestling program as well. Made some playoff runs over the last couple of years. Here's Davis on 2nd and 10.
Hand signals.
Dropping back. Hit as he throws, and this one's up for grabs, and it is incomplete. Contact to the end zone, no flag, but boy, Davis took an absolute shot.
Yeah, probably the wind. Probably the wind knocked out of him. Leave him alone. Let him get his win.
Yeah, definitely got the wind knocked out of him there. His helmet's off now, so he is definitely going to be out for a play at the minimum.
Here it goes as we watch on the replay here. I mean, he got stuck. But he steps up. I'll give him credit, man. The young freshman steps up and takes the hit, and boom. Classic.
I believe that was Charles Shriver.
Face mask into the chest, follow through to the ground. That was a classic tackle. And the young freshman says, I haven't seen that in junior high.
I hope he's all right. He took a vicious shot, so he's going to roll over to his back now, so hopefully he's able to get up shortly.
Yeah, hopefully it's just a win. That's
Yeah, it's one of those shots take right to the ribs where, you know, you hope it's not a rib injury, you know, it's just a win there. But, man, that's just.
Little cobwebs, you know.
He's seated up now, but we would anticipate we're going to see Davion Rossways come back into the game. I believe I just saw him on the sideline getting ready to come back into the huddle.
Welcome to high school football, youngster. This young freshman says, wow.
He's going to remember that hit for a while, so he'll be helped off the field, but he's able to walk off, though.
A little woozy.
Yeah, you got to hope he can just see
Hopefully
straight now.
he's okay.
I'll tell you what, Steve, he's a tough kid because he's been putting him, not that he has put himself in harm's way, but he has been able to extend the play. We've seen the strength of him, too, and he takes off and runs, too.
Even that play there, man, he saw the hit coming. He stepped up and made the throw. I mean, he knew he was going to get hit.
Yeah.
I don't think he knew he was going to hit that hard. But he took it right in the chops.
Yeah, give him a lot of credit for sitting in the pocket there. He could have easily just folded up there and taken the sack. Third and 10 for the Titans inside the 30-yard line. Ball is at the 27, and Davion Rossways is back into the football game. See what he has in store. He'll take the snap. Rossways flush, looking to his left, throwing downfield, and
Jump
this
ball.
one is intercepted in the end zone, and it will be West Deptford football.
I'm surprised there wasn't a penalty there. Like body slam.
That'll be T.J. Cross with the interception in the back left corner.
Not a bad throw, though. You look at throw across your body, put it up to grabs in the end zone, and real nice play by the defensive play. High points the ball, and there's a body slam. Yeah.
I don't know if Kipp has a wrestling program, Steve, but that was a pretty good takedown.
Yeah, it's usually a penalty, but
under 8.5 to play in this fourth quarter. Ball's going to be spotted at the 20-yard line after the touchback. Interception there from T.J. Cross, the junior defensive back. That ball there was just up for grabs. He had 2 defenders and 2 receivers in the area.
like Tim Holmes Jr., the junior quarterback, is in, 6 foot 200 pounds for West Deptford.
Yeah, this will be his second drive, and again, Kipp had the ball for the majority of that third and fourth quarter. So this is Holmes' second drive. Handoff here to Paskowitz on the left side, making a couple moves. He'll get a couple yards. Second down upcoming.
Good swarm defense that time by Kipp.
Second and 6 for the Eagles.
Daniel Rios just checked in as well. Another running back on that depth chart. See if he gets the ball. He is the wing back up top. Holmes from the shotgun. On second down, Shields goes in motion. And the handoff up the middle. That's Simpkins, who gets upended across the 30-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down, though. 7 minutes to go in the ball game. Kipp still has some fight in them, though, Steve, I would say.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they really are. Line of scrimmage, they're still being physical and trying to, get something positive out of this. I mean, they had some positive plays. They just made so many mistakes early that cost them not pick up a fumble snap on the punt for a touchdown and kick returns.
First and 10 on the 32. Handoff at Shields. Follow his blockers. He'll get a few. Decent gain on the play. Second down. Hey, just going back to that first half, especially the first quarter, Steve, and it started disastrous for Kipp. You mentioned that fumble on the punt on the high snap, and then Al Dayrell took advantage of it, scoop and score for West Deptford, and that was pretty much all she wrote from then. That was the theme of the game, because then there was too many turnovers, and again, two of those fumbles for Kipp were on the snaps for a punt.
Yeah.
And it led to quick West Deptford touchdowns. But as we mentioned before, it was 29-14 at one point. Kipp was in the ball game.
They were.
And then they turned the ball over, and that was pretty much it. Hand off to the right side. That goes Daniel Rios, and he gets hit hard and ripped down at the 35-yard line. So we'll see how much they give him. They give him forward progress there. But it'll be third down.
Deshaun Cosby is in on that tackle for Kipp there. Came up.
And good to see Cosby back in there. He was shaken up before on offense. Third down and 6. In motion goes Pearson.
They got to call that.
Yeah, that's going to be a penalty. Civics going to get the toss out left, and that's going to be a loss play here. He gets tackled for loss.
Receiver didn't get set.
Yeah, Pearson didn't know where he was in that formation.
They're going to decline out of it. Brings up a 4th and about 8.
Under 5 minutes to play.
They're going to punt the ball, work on a punt game.
Yeah, this is the first punt of the day for West Deptford.
Yeah. We got to make sure we can do that. In other games, we're going to need to. Let's practice it right here.
The Eagles will be back in action on the 5th. That'll be next Friday. They're going to be hosting Pennsville.
I like right there the punter became the quarterback, counted, make sure he's got 11 guys before they broke the huddle.
Hey, Brady Cobb does it all. He kicks it off, punts it, kicks the field goals and the extra points, and, plays quarterback.
Yeah.
This will be his first punt of the day.
Good snap.
That's a good kick. Has Cosby.
We got to catch
Let that one roll. It'll be Morton on the return off the hop. Trying to get to the edge on the left side, trying to use that speed across the 30-yard line, and it's Morton being shoved out of bounds around the 35. He rolled over to the track.
Yeah, he tried to stiff on number 23 there, Cole Paskowitz, and Mr. Paskowitz said, nah. He gave a shot in the chest. Good clean play by both of them.
Overall, a tough morning here for Kipp.
You know, sometimes people would comment, Paskowitz, why is he still in with special teams? Special teams are so hard at the high school level to get guys lined up and stuff that it's very hard to put subs. You don't have a second. You don't have a second team, punt team.
It is rare, especially.
Yes.
I mean, we know West Deptford's a big Group 2 program, but it's rare for even Group 5 programs to have a total backup special teams unit.
You just don't have enough practice time where you can, get second set 11 guys in on the field enough.
Kipp will play at home in 2 weeks from now. He'll be back in action. Good tackle made there on the play. That was the first carry of the day for Ja'Kai Blakely.
Looks like Christopher Dunn. Want to give him credit there. Made that tackle, outside linebacker. Did a nice job, and of course came up with a cramp.
Yeah, he's been
off.
He's been a big playmaker today.
Yeah.
So Kipp will be back in action in 2 weeks, as I mentioned before. They'll be at home on the 13th. They'll host Buna. Buna looking to continue that build under the young head coach Kyle Klein. Good to talk to him over the summer. I like what that Buna program is building out there in West Jersey. Trying to return to the power stature of those Group 1 sectionals. Second and 11 as Ross Ways will just pitch one over. That's Boyd trying to find some blockers. Really didn't have too much help there across the 30-yard line. He didn't go down. He's going to reverse field now.
Come on, Ones. Look for somebody to block.
Here comes Boyd across the 40-yard line. Boyd's got a head full of steam. Can he keep it going into West Deptford territory? Finally brought down near the 30-yard line. I'll tell you what, Steve, Ja'Kai Boyd's been doing that all day.
I'll tell you what. Number 1 for the Titans there, right? He's got to keep his head in the play. He's looking for he thought he was down. He's looking for the next play from the sideline. He turned around. Look at the replay here. Watch this.
Hey, you can't blame Ross Ways entirely there. Look, he gets bottled up here.
Watch number 1, the top of the screen. Here he comes. We can see or not. He's looking for the play. All of a sudden, he says, "Oh, what's going on? The guy ran by me. I better block somebody."
That's just great effort by Ja'Kai Boyd.
Great athleticism there. I'll tell you what, to break some tackles in reverse field and have enough speed, as you said, to do that cross-field run.
Probably ran the equivalent of 100 yards there.
At least.
First and 10 from the 30-yard line. Less than 90 seconds to go in this ball game. Let's see if the Titans can get one more big play before they get out of here. Add to some of the positive film on Monday. Ross Ways on the quarterback keeper to the left side, trying to find some room, and he'll get up to around the 25-yard line.
And we might get one more play. We have to get one more play, right? 40 seconds.
Yeah, got 45 seconds to go in this ball game, so at this point, why not? Shot to the end zone here.
I don't think you're going to delay a game on them if you don't get it off.
Letting the clock bleed a little bit here. 30 seconds. One more play here for the Titans.
I'm not in a hurry.
No, they're not. Maybe they are hanging out for one more play. Davion Ross Ways from the shotgun. And he's going to take off and run to the right side, trying to find some space across the 20-yard line. And he's shoved out of bounds at the 15, but the clock's going to keep going with the running clock in effect. And that'll do it. So West Deptford, a dominant first half. They cruise to an opening day win over Kipp Cooper Norcross, 51-14. So the Eagles 1-0 to start the year, and a tough day for the Titans, Steve. And again, a lot of positives here and there, but unfortunately, too many miscues in the first half put them in a big hole.
Yeah, they really did a big play, as you said. It started with the bad punt, fumble recovery, and then a couple returns for touchdowns. Just big play after big play that West Deptford put up, and it was just too much. You said they got back in the game at one point. It was 15-6, and they got back in again at 29-14. But that was just all West Deptford. They just can't make big plays, kickoff return. Pasquitz had 2 of them. They had a couple of long pass plays, runs, and it's just way too much Deptford. West Deptford. I get in trouble with the Deptford, West Deptford.
West Deptford certainly spread it around on offense, defense, and special teams en route to this opening day win. A reminder, of course, September 13th, Kipp Cooper Norcross will host Buna for their second game of the season, while West Deptford is back in action at home next week against Pennsville. For Sean Kelly and our entire production crew and my broadcast partner, Steve Parker, I am Nick Costco saying so long. Once again, West Deptford wins this one, 51-14 over Kipp Cooper Norcross Titans. You're watching the Battle of the Beach High School Football right here on SFBN, presented by Prime Events.